How's it going, guys? This is a little quick video. Well, I say quick, it might take a bit longer. But I had a request off of two viewers, in fact. One of them was 67 Smith, and he was having trouble with his Flysky FTX GT5 running lights straight out of his receiver. So I haven't actually set up lights other than the ones that were already in my truck. So I said I'll do a bit of investigating, because it seems that no matter what channel he puts his lights plugged into, he doesn't seem to be getting any response from it. So that's what we're here to do today, to experiment with the receiver and some lights to see what's going on there. And also the second part in this video is going to be for Gustavo Fring. I hope I got your name right, mate. He had a question on the FTX Outback High Rock to do with when he got his truck, the lights weren't working for some reason. Now, I spoke to my girlfriend because the High Rock is her truck, and she said she had to do a bit of something with what port the lighting came out of. So later on today I shall be going and videoing that, which will go on the end of this video, and I'll put the time signature in the video for you, so you can skip straight to that if that's what you're interested in. But the first half is going to be the Flysky light ports, which channel to run your lights off. So let's have a look at that now. Alright, here we go then. Sorry about the flickering with the lights. I still haven't sorted out the lighting. I've got LED lights here, just a pain in the backside. And the wind noise. I'm in the shed, it's pretty windy. But here we go. Right, so let's turn the radio on here. What truck are we on? That's it, that's the right truck. Battery's plugged in. Truck's on. Right. So down here in the corner, let's move that out of the way. We have our receiver for the Flysky. And right here is just a basic set of LEDs. Two LEDs on a servo plug. Let's move this thing and see if we can't get rid of the lights. There we go. Okay, so that's all turned on now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it into the first available channel. So this is a basic setup. We've got channel 2, which is your throttle and your ESC, and then channel 1 is your steering, and then we're going to go straight for channel 3. Now the first thing we've got here is a servo plug with two wires, which splits off into two sets of into a pair of LEDs, shall I say. Now looking at it from this angle, you'll have your positive, your negative, and then you'll have what's called the signal wire. And on this setup we've just got two wires, positive and negative, and then nothing where the signal wire would be. Okay, so I'm going to plug that straight in the way that it would be if you were plugging in a servo or something. And let's get the lights up so you can see what happens when that goes in. Bing. Power straight on. Alright, now you can turn that around, that plug, even though there's a positive and a negative. Why is that wandering off? There we go. Now you can turn that around. That's really annoying me. Now we can turn that around and we can do the same thing again in the same port. Bing, the lights turn on. Now there's no control with this. You would go, okay, so that's in port number 3, which is this little click side button here. Get that in the light for you. I'm clicking it, nothing happens. Let's turn it around. So it's the way you would have it, sort of correctly. Pop that in. Same thing again. Nothing happens. It's because it's just an in and an out on the power, and there's no signal wire or intelligence to tell it to do anything. So if we go, we can test this on all of our channels. So that was channel 3, this is channel 4, on, channel 5, on, channel 6, on. And that's the same if you turn it all around. Through 4, 5 and 6. So there's permanent live to that. So that's just a basic 2-wire LED setup. Right here we have something a little bit more comprehensive. It's a set of flashing lights and it's got modes to it. And on the plug you've got your power in and your positive and your negative, shall I say, and then that yellow one, I'll turn it over, is a signal wire. Now if I plug that in to number 3, the lights start working. And it's sort of rotating through its modes, if you like, different flash modes that it has. And if I press the button, I don't know why, but it doesn't change. It just cycles through its different modes. It never seems to change the pattern. Well, actually that one doesn't appear to be changing its pattern. Let's try turning the plug around. So that's got a different pattern to it now because it's turned on and off. Oh, I think I pulled the wire out there. No, something's happened. Turn it back on again. Here we go, look. It's doing something odd. I don't quite understand why or what it's doing, but it's doing something. So I'm going to take it out of that channel because it's a little bit confusing to me. I'm just as you know, discovering this just like you are. But I do know that if you plug this in to channel 6, there, and then you operate channel 6 on the radio, which is this turning knob here, and you turn it all the way to the left, it's staying on there. Now if I turn it all the way to the right, it changes. I'll turn it all the way back to the left, it changes. And the reason for this is because there's like a 3-stage on this switch here. It's like a tuning knob. So if you go full left, it's like full left on a servo. If you go full right, it's full right on the servo. So it's sending a signal. It's changing what's happening. And if you go to the middle, you find the middle. I'm moving that knob real slow now. We're waiting for the lights to change. We'll have found the middle. There it is there. So that's slightly left, slightly right, left, right, and then there's stop. And it's stopped because this light's got a mode whereby the lights aren't flashing. Now if I turn it again, it's turned them on. I go past that dwell period, it's turned them to the next mode, and then the next mode, and then the next mode. To demonstrate that a little bit clearer, we can go to channel 4, because there is a 3-way switch on channel 4, which a lot of us would use like a winch button. I know I do on my other truck, and that's on this side here. Oh, do this without the car flying off the table. So there's the button there, there's the switch. It's a 3-way switch. Off, Sent a signal, so it's changed the mode on the lights. Sent a signal, so it's changed the mode on the lights. It sent a signal, so it's changed the mode on the lights again. Eventually we'll come back round to where they stop again, because it's sending a signal every time that channel changes direction. Next mode. Next mode. Next mode. Next mode. Next mode. Off. Okay? And then back on again. I can show you what that does in terms of a servo. Let's put servo in. Let's put it in channel 6 again. There we go. So the servo has centered itself, or it's centered itself to wherever channel 6 is sitting. Alright. Now of course some of these sort of neutral zones are going to change depending on if you've got trim set up on each of those individual channels, especially on those turning knobs on the top. Let's go back to channel 4 for the servo. Okay, this is the one I use for my winch, and my winch is actually a converted servo with the stop taken off. So basically you should get power from each one of these channels, and it's going to do something different with your lights, which is and I'll be the first to admit it is actually a little bit odd. So obviously you're thinking, well, that's no good if I want to turn my lights on and off, or if I've got lights that are rigged up to your indicators and such. Well, if you've got a full package which is like reverse lights or brake lights and indicators, it will have a junction box on it that the servos get mounted to, and then it comes out of that junction box and into the ESC or wherever, and it's controlled via the servos, via the channels. So I hope that helps you out, 67 Smith. It is a little bit of an odd thing. I'm not quite sure how things are doing what. I'm not the greatest electrician or the one to work with electrics, but I'll tell you what I have noticed, which I quite like. On a side note, for anybody running the rear steer on these with their Flysky radio, you'll be familiar with the fact that if you are going to go through your modes and you go onto your crawl mode, and you've got front steering, change that to rear steer. Oh, servo's not plugged in. Hold on 2 seconds. These things always happen when you're filming. My battery went completely dead and it completely screwed me up and I didn't know what was going on. So interestingly, with the rear steer, for anybody that's interested, let's set this to A, so we've just got front steering. Okay, now and then we go to B and it operates the rear steer, and you're cycling through these menus, which for some people is quite cool. I like that. It gives you a little diagram, shows you what's going to happen, but sort of seat of the pants work, it can be a bit annoying. Well, there is something else that you can do if you fancy it. Let's set that to A, so it's just front wheel steering. There we go, we'll pop that off there. Now you can plug your rear steer servo into channel 6. Come on. There we go. And just like the loose servo earlier, you can operate the rear steering servo with that top knob there. So it kind of gives you independent control of what's going on. which is quite funky. So you're able to drive around. Just drive it off the table, it's my usual trick. But you can also independently control the rear end, which is quite cool. Let's turn it off before I drive it off the table. There we go. So yeah, I hope that's of any use to you. And now we'll move on to the High Rock for Mr. Gustavo Fring. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright, Gustavo, let's have a look at your problem. Oh, it's a bit echoey in here. So, problem with your lights on your truck. So, when my girlfriend got hers, she said that her plug was in this front port here. So there's two ports there, one there, one there. Getting a bit closer there. There's one there and there's one there. Alright. She said hers was in the front one. So we'll pop that in the front one a minute. Like that. And we'll make sure this is connected like that. Right? Let's turn this on. Where's the on button? Where is it? There it is. Bing. Turn the truck on. Beep. But nothing. No lights. So she had a feel around. She noticed that there was another port there, which I think you probably have done as well. So she took it out. Put it in that port, pushed it in, and there we have it. That one's not working. Have I got that the right way around? Oh no, I haven't got that the right way around. That's why. One-handed in the semi-dark. There we go. Lights in the front, lights on the truck. That's connected where it should be, with the red to the red and the black to the black. That one is in the port to the rear of the truck instead of the front of the truck, and it's all good. There you go. Alright mate, hopefully that sorts your problem out, although if it doesn't, there might be something wrong with it, I would say. But thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe. Share the video, hit the bell button, hit this and that, do whatever you want. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.